right. All right. Okay. So yesterday, I was trying some things inspired by Kanister's list. For everybody who doesn't know, Kanister is he's a freaking beast. He's insane. He's an amazing player, and he played in the event this past weekend, the modern playoffs, and I think he went 6-2 with this list. So the idea, man, I wish I could. Can I make it larger? Like zoom in or something? No. Okay. Well, so the idea for him was to try to make a version of Amulet that is as consistent as possible. In order to achieve that, we're playing 4 Serum Visions as well as the usual cantrips. We're playing ramp and everything, and we are trimming all the flex slots basically. There's no explosives in the main. There's no Primal Command, Trinket Mage, none of that stuff. And in the mana base, we have 3 Botanical Sanctums, only 3 basics, and yeah, no Ghost Squatter, no Bojuki Bog. These are both in the sideboard. So I thought it was very interesting, and I wanted to give it a shot. I joined the league, and I 2-3. It wasn't particularly great. I naturally drew Sakama in my opener multiple times. I lost game 1 against Affinity because I didn't have access to Ghost Squatter. If I had had access to Ghost Squatter in the main deck, I would have been able to win that game. All right, Pikes, thank you very much for that subscription. Thanks for joining the Primetime Stronghold once again. So yeah, I liked some things. I did not like some other things. I thought it was worth experimenting with. That's weird. What happened there? Oh, I resized it. That makes sense. Never mind. That makes sense. All right. Actually, I forgot to open to a chat. There we go. All right. No, now I'm going to be able to see to see you guys' comments. That's my bad. Okay, so I made a couple of changes here and there, and then I joined another league with this list, and then I 5-0'd with it, playing against blue white, black green mid range. I played against Burn, I think. Yeah, I played against Burn. I played against Blue Black Mill, and I played against Phoenix. Those were the 5 matchups. So, well, as you can see here, we got 3 Serum Visions. We still got Sakama, and I just couldn't get around not playing explosives in the main deck. This card is just so freaking flexible and so good to have access to, even game 1, to destroy random things here and there. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should be taking the Kanister approach and just go all in. I personally did not like it. It seemed like I was handicapping myself a little bit. Stardust Lud, thank you very much for that Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Second subscriber of the day. Hell yeah. I think the life gain land in the main deck should be ready for. I don't agree. I think that Crossroads giving you white mana, especially now that we need to like cast Sakama. I think that it's more valuable than the ETB untapped land, even though that's colorless, because of now we have access to more untapped sources on one, untapped green sources. So I don't think it's about consistency. It's not about speed. We're not trying to be faster. If we were trying to be faster, we would probably be Like the card that makes you faster is Amulet, so we would probably be playing like Trinket or something if we were trying to be faster. We're trying to be consistent here. That's what Serum Vision does. And I am like derailing a little bit just because I think that Bojuki Bog is very very good right now. So having access to it in the main deck, it turns a Dredge from a close matchup to a very good matchup. It's good against Phoenix. It's good against a bunch of different decks, and you know you can easily sideboard it out. So in the league that I played with this version, I did not struggle too much to cast Serum Visions. Underwado, thank you for the follow. In this version, I didn't struggle too much to cast Serum Visions with this mana base. It might be that I got lucky, but the reason is that the truth is that you don't necessarily want to cast Visions on turn 1. So even go like turn 1 tap T-West, turn 2 Visions is perfectly fine. It sets up your draws very nicely, and it just works. Then in the sideboard, I also changed quite a bit. I have the second explosives. I keep the same creatures that Kanister was playing, and I tried the second crossroads in the sideboard. It was okay. It wasn't insane having access to the second crossroads. I naturally drew it against Burn, which was nice, but besides that, it didn't feel particularly good. Tormod Script is great, and you know Walkie B it randomly kills so many things. It's just so good against humans and spirits and those kind of like random decks. So I kind of wanted to have access to it, at least in the sideboard, even if it's not in the main. But yeah, so this is the list that I played. Then I started talking a little bit with Will Pulliam, and he suggested something similar to this. He suggested going down to 27 lands, which I did not like. I think I want to still be playing 28, especially if I'm playing Bojuki Bog in the main. I definitely want to have access to Botanical Sanctums. And what I'm gonna try today is to play 4 Serum Visions and only 3 Steerings. Another thing that I was thinking of is I kind of want to have access to the 3rd Coalition Relic, and maybe I will take out 1 Scout for it. That's another thing that I was considering. I didn't pull the trigger on it today, but I might pull the trigger on it next time. Next time I stream. What got cut for division? The mages, primal commands that were in the main deck and now are in the sideboard, stuff like that. Come for the Sakama, stay for the Serum Visions. I feel like we should still be on the Ballista plan and counting the Sakama. It's possible. It's possible. Sakama is kind of like it kind of answers the stuff that Explosives answers, and it answers the stuff that Ballista answers. So I understand why Kanister went with Sakama, because he was not playing Explosives and he was playing the full for Visions and stuff. So I understand his reasoning for wanting to play Sakama instead of Ballista. But I'm gonna give it another shot. Like I just respect Kanister way too much to not be trying out Sakama. I know that I'm gonna keep drawing it naturally on my opener hands, and they're going to turn keepable hands into auto mulligans, but I just respect the guy too much not to try it. How familiar are you with playing this list? Well, I played 5 matches, so I don't know if that answers your question. Probably not too much. And Arcolada, yes, we are back on this. I'm not on the Sakama train. I'm just giving it the benefit of the doubt again, because I think Kanister is a beast, and I respect him a lot. So I think it deserves to be tried out. Primal Command were Will's idea. I am not sure I love it, honestly. I am not sure I love it. We'll see it. We'll see how it goes. But it's the most shaky card right now. Okay. You see, this is the kind of hands that I'm talking about. This hand is actually great. We can turn 1 Tolaria, turn 2 Serum plus Scout, and we can keep doing our thing and set up our next draws. This is pretty awesome. We got Coalition Relic on 3. Good stuff. Good stuff. Playing against Tron and we don't have Ghost Quarter in the main deck, so immediately punished. I think I bottom both here. I'm not gonna have time to Pact of Negation. I'd rather try to find something like an Amulet that can boost me a little bit. What's up, Mamo? My opponent's on the turn 3 Tron, of course. Play well, get rewarded, they say. We're gonna lead on Steerings. No bounce land is pretty brutal. No bounce land is pretty brutal. I think I'm gonna play Coalition Relic here and pass. Okay, so they just have Tron. I think I'm gonna charge the Relic. It's bad if my opponent Karn minuses, of course, but if my opponent Karn minuses, it's bad for me anyway. What do you think about counting a Scout to keep GQ in the main? I don't think it's particularly good. Why do they always have the Karn? Why is it always turn 3 Karn? And they're like, turn 3 Wormcoil would be irrelevant. Like, so many things that would be better for me. Okay, so we can still do some damage here. We can green here. I feel like I'm gonna need to attack the Karn. With the Scout. That's enough mana. Primeval Titan. Cast Titan. And I think I'm going to transmit for another Titan here. And I'm going to kind of concede to O-Stone right here. Just accept that if my opponent has Oblivion Stone here, I will die. I guess I'm going to bounce this so I can discard it to Karn's Plus. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yep, I'm gonna set up for another Summoner's Pact. Attack Karn and pass the turn. Alright, let's see what happens here. Gonna exile this guy. Okay, that one's fine. No Ulamog, it's good stuff. No Ulamog is good stuff. Then Eve Mind, thank you for that follow. Oh, the display deck list is wrong. You are correct. Give me a second. Let me update this real quick. I love that my opponent's name is Scumbag. Their name is Scumbag and they're playing Tron. It's just so fitting. And this is game. We cannot come back from this, so just concede. Let me fix this Stream Decker. Stream Decker, Amulet, White Serum, 325. Amulet. Alright. Alright. Stream Decker updated. What is going on? It's not letting me update the other command. Whatever. All right. Let's sideward here. We want excavator. We definitely want ghost squatter, of course. Don't want this. Don't want this. Rex Sage is okay. It's not insane. It's just okay. Bog out. Cavern of Souls out. Primal commands. -1 coalition relic and maybe -1 command. -1 command. Yeah, -1 command. Actually, I probably don't want the commands at all. Just want the relic better. Let's go. Because Serum Visions is great. It helps consistency really a lot, honestly. This hand is pretty great. But yeah. Let's lead on Serum Visions. There's a steerings. I don't think we need that. We could probably use the other serum, because next turn we're going to attack, go squatter, and we can set up another turn. So I'm gonna put this serum on top. Play Amulet here, pass the turn. Visions is very good, yeah. Visions is very good. They Sylvan Scrying, sweet. Alright, so we got a turn 3 Titan. And then we're gonna be able... We don't even need to GQ, actually. We can take our time and we can copy GQ with Vesuva. This is great. 1... Bounce Asusa. 2... 3... 4... Leave this one in hand. Backed for prime time. Prime time. Yes. We're going to haste here. Bounce this. Go to combat. And yeah, and as I was saying, I don't really need to double strike here. I don't really need to yeah, they just concede. I don't really need to go squatter there. Like, my opponent's not getting Tron next turn and I can go squatter ×2 on the following turn. Okay, what's up, Dido? How you doing? I don't know why it's not letting me update. It's not letting me chat. You like Primal Command? I think it's gonna be super slow on the draw. I don't think I'm gonna get to cast it, to be honest with you. Yeah, I have no idea why it's not letting me... It's not letting me chat at all. Yeah, it's just not... Yeah, it's weird. It's not letting me chat at all. Is Pact good against Tron? I assume you're talking about the Blue Pact, and yes, it's one of our best cards. We might want Negate. We might want negate. Maybe over. I kind of like Sage though. Maybe over Sage. Yeah. Well, Green Command does a lot of things in a lot of different matchups. Like against Burn, gaining 7 is pretty good. Against Dredge, shuffling their graveyard is pretty good. Against any deck ever, fetching a prime time is very good. And you don't need to fetch a prime time. You can fetch an Emrakul, you can fetch a Ballista if we were playing it. It has a lot. Primal Command has a lot of flexibility. Okay, maybe on the draw I am going to take out one relic. No, I don't want to go down to 26 lands. That's too little. I mean, I guess I'm keeping this. I really want to see a prime time. I guess if I get to Emmy, it's going to be game over, but I just don't think I'm going to get to Emmy. And this is... Yikes. It would be really nice to draw a blue source, of course. Okay, no, turn 2 Tron is good. But yeah, this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. One didn't crack expedition map. Interesting. Oh, that's why. They naturally drew the piece that they were missing. So we can only make 6, 7, 8, 9 mana this turn. Damn, if I had access to a blue source. Okay, here we go. If I had access to a blue source there, that would have been pretty damn good. Here I'm gonna bounce the Simic again in case I draw. In case I find the Tolari West off of this. No. We find the prime time though and the negate. I don't think I want the negate. It's gonna be too slow, but I do want the prime time. So we're gonna do this, and we're going to do probably this. This sets me up so even if my opponent O-stones me, I can still prime time next turn. Although I guess I can Emrakul next turn. I only need... No, I cannot. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm gonna be 1 mana short. That's so sad. So sad. Chromatic Sphere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus this lands. That's gonna be 6 mana. The modern playoffs. Oh, whoopsie. That's Karn. I wonder what they exile here. Probably the Amulet. Exile the Amulet. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna pact for prime time. Prime time, yes. We're going to get GQ and Vesuva. We have 2 more land drops. So no, we can't do the GQ plus Vesuva trick, so I guess I'm just going to get some other land. Probably Simic Growth. Bounce this, play this, and play this. And Asusa, it's going to attack Karn. Yeah, I couldn't have Emrakul because I need to spend 3 mana to cast this Azusa. I can't just like randomly I can randomly discard it for no reason. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I should have enough mana if we get to untap. Okay. There's the Oblivion Stone. Oh, I forgot to GQ my opponent. That was pretty dumb, actually. I guess this is still fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so I'm just going to pray for back. Yeah, that was just a mistake. I was like changing the title and everything. I should have ghost scored on my opponent. 100%. I'm definitely ghost squattering them on draw step. The question is, do I play this out or not? One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I have 1, 2, that's 6, 9, 10 mana. I'm gonna have 4 cards, so Emrakul is gonna cost 9. But I kinda wanna play around Karn minus. So what's the best way to play around Karn minus? Can I play around, basically can I play around both Karn minus and Karn plus? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If my opponent plays, I think I'm gonna play out the Amulet, because if my opponent plays a land, they might, they play a Karn, they might go after the Amulet. And here I'm going to destroy the... At this point it doesn't matter which one it is. I'm gonna get the tower. So the reason that I run out the Amulet is because if my opponent makes they cast Karn plus, I want them to be destroying the Amulet. Also, if they Karn minus, I want to tempt them to do this. Also, if they Karn minus on one of my bounce lands, if I draw a bounce land with Amulet in play, I actually get Emrakul mana. Which otherwise I wouldn't get with just a regular land. So that's why I decided to play out the Amulet. All right, Sylvan's Crying. Gonna have access to 7 mana. And now what? Another Karn? O-Stone? Sure. Okay, let's see what my opponent's got going on over there. Buried Ruin, Spatial Contortion. Unfortunately, my opponent's got nothing. Okay, what's the most damage I can do? I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. Up to 12. I can play O-Stone. That's 9 mana left. 4, put a fate counter on this. Crack both O-Stones. Destroy my Amulet, but I don't care about my Amulet. Mine gives me 12, it doesn't give me 14. I think that's what I'm going to do. Can I also bury the ruin and get back like expedition map maybe? Something that's irrelevant. From your graveyard to your hand, man. If I could only get things back from any graveyard to a hand, that would be great. Okay, so O-Stone, put a fate counter here. Cast O-Stone. And I think I crack O-Stone. I guess my opponent is going to get to like Varied Ruin and get back their O-Stone. Yeah, right? I don't think there's anything I can do about that though. Yeah, I think I'm kind of like priced into doing this. Okay, Varied Ruin and Spatial Contortion. They will get to like crack this again, but that's probably fine. I mean, it's the same thing except this. I mean, we end up in the same spot, except this way my opponent only has one Buried Ruin. The other way around, they get two. So I think this one is correct. They only get one Oblivion Stone. That's what I meant to say. Prime time. Or blank. Stone down. And I'm gonna hold the Azusa in hand. My opponent has a card that's not doing anything right now, which is that so we're gonna play the Sanctum. Sweet. Yes, we're gonna do Stronghold plus Garrison. Bounce the Stronghold, play it as my land for turn. Haste Prime Time. Go to combat, swing. Get T-West plus Simic. And next turn, I can Pact for Excavator and start looping GQ with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands total. Weko, they know about matchups is very much a real thing. What? What is this? What just happened? My button clock is sticking down. What is going on? They banned Modern. They just banned Modern. I guess I'm going to restart Moto. Oh no, we're fine, I guess. I guess I can just pack for another Titan, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back then haste. 4, 5, 6. And my opponent can't stop me with this. Yep. It's better for me just to do this. If they GQ in response, if they GQ the Stronghold in response, I simply go get Sunhome. Yeah. I guess I tap for 1 mana. Okay. Yes, and now I get Bounce Land plus Sunhome and play it as my land for turn, and then my opponent dies. Double strike the one that you didn't kill. Whoops, no. Whoop, wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 6, yeah. T-West Sanctuary, bounce, T-West. 12, yeah. Alright, sweet. I could have GQ'd my opponent out of the game, or I can just kill them. Just killing them seems like better EV for my time mostly. I'm going to restart Moto real quick because of that little something that happened, and I'm gonna take the chance to... Is the stream quality fine? Is everything okay with the stream? Are you guys experiencing any kind of delay or anything, or are we good? Stream quality is fine. All right, sweet. So I don't need to reset the stream then. Excellent. All right, 1-0 versus Mono Green Tron. All right. Drumming stream when? Sounds. I could. Maybe I can do a drumming stream at some point. I don't think my numbers are gonna be particularly good, but I could do a drumming stream for sure. As long as enough people want to see it. All right. Next match. Whenever they just call drama. Ah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Damn, sense. These hands. If only I could draw just like that every single match for the rest of my life. Amulet would be banned. Okay, so we're gonna do turn 1 Gemstone, turn 2. We're going to make sure that we play the Sanctuary instead of the Simic Growth, because by sequencing it like that, we're gonna be able to transmute on our next turn as well. How are you liking Serum Visions main deck? It's been insane. It's been very, very, very good. And consistently so, which I wasn't particularly expecting. Though I guess that, you know, that is what Serum Vision does. Like, it just adds consistency to your deck. Okay, we play Azusa. I guess this kind of changes. I could play Simic twice, and then my opponent will need to. Oh man, but then I'm so far behind. If my opponent kills both my Azusa and my Scout, If I play and transmute this turn, I'm gonna be so far behind on land drops. I'm gonna be two turns behind. I think it's gonna be better for me to play both gemstones and play the scout and then pass. And if Azusa survives, I can transmute and cast Titan anyway on my next turn, so it shouldn't change things, but this actually only puts me one turn behind, because I'm gonna be transmuting next turn and then casting Titan on the following one. So this seems better, I think. Even if they answer both Azusa and Scout. So I should be good. Pyromancer's Ascension. Awful draw. Such a bad draw. Such a bad draw. But it is what it is. Okay. Do I have lethal here? I think I have lethal. Yeah, I do have lethal. Yep, I do have lethal. Alright, so yeah, so we're going to, I guess, bounce the gemstone, whatever, it doesn't matter. We're going to transmute 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Summoner's Pact. Cast Primetime. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're gonna get Crossroads Stronghold. Haste Primetime. Then we're going to attack with Primetime and Azusa. Yes, and we're gonna get Sunhome Simic. Bounce this, still in combat, flash this in. Double strike Primetime, swing for 17. X-axis. Shouldn't have shocked OP. Shouldn't have shocked on turn 1. Alright, so sideboarding for Phoenix. I want this. I want explosives. I want Rex Sage. Will, how do you feel about Primal Command against Phoenix? I feel like I don't want Sakama, but Sakama is kind of taking this lot of Hornet Queen here. So I feel kind of forced to play it. I don't think Storm is not really a playable deck. So I don't think it's Storm. And also playing fetches as well, I really don't think it's Storm. Take out the scouts. They do run Ascension main deck. Storm is just not good in the current meta. Dredge has a pretty good matchup against Storm. So does Phoenix. Storm really cannot beat Burn. That's just too many bad matchups. This is gonna be a matchup where I'm gonna really miss the third Coalition Relic, especially because it helps cast Sakama. Cyber Out Cavern. They do play Disdainful Stroke, I think. Storm beats Dredge. I might be wrong then. Well, I guess we are like just dying to disdainful stroke. It's fine. I kind of feel like taking out one prime time. I feel like primal command, like having primal command in my deck means that I don't really need as many copies of prime time. It's also better against surgical. I definitely want to keep all the pacts because I'm gonna most likely be fetching for Rex Age. Mackle said, "Thank you very much for that Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold." Ooh, grilled cheese in the house. I knew that it smelled great. Now it makes sense. Grilled cheese is here. You were Urban Raptor, then I don't know. But Storm is just nobody plays Storm anymore. You see Beiko de Jaya, who is like, you know, the Storm master in Moto. You see them like still play the deck, and a 5-0 pops up here and there, but Storm hasn't done well in a long time. To me, the final nail in the coffin was the fact that this past weekend, Paul Muller, who plays Storm 100% of the time, was playing Phoenix. That was just like, oh, okay, damn. So, so Storm really is bad. This hand seems not good enough. Nice, nice, Michael said. Thank you, I appreciate it. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. Huh. Well, if this hand finds a blue source, it's great. Steerings would also be pretty nice. I guess I keep, because also a bounce land is very good here. Bottom that one though. Alright, Gemstone Mine off the top. Do you think if Containers Priest is printed in Horizons, we will pick it up into the sideboard? That's a very good question. I don't think it's gonna be good enough. I don't think it's going to be good enough because we are just not going to draw it reliably enough. I think it's going to be great in like D&T style decks. And we are going to lose this game, most likely. So in that kind of deck, I think that it's going to be pretty good. It's going to make those decks much better. So yeah, I fortunately don't think so. I think we will keep running Tormod's Crypt. Though Containment Priest would be kind of nice to have in Modern. Especially if the new rule gets implemented, if the new Mulligan rule gets implemented, then it could, because it stops both parts of the combo for Grisha Brand. It stops both the Breach part and the Gordios Vengeance part, so that's kind of neat. In this version, would you cut one Silencia for one Gruul bounce? No, not really. I don't really see the need for that. Guess we did draw the bounce on that we needed, and it was the best one too. We're gonna get Blood Moon here, and it's gonna be very sad though. Yep. We got the basic. Ugh. Ugh. Yesterday I played against Phoenix and my opponent slammed the Blood Moon on 3. Both games and both times they did it with no blue sources available. So they just... We went until like turn 11 or something. Just playing out just like swinging with Asusa. Like I got them to 11 just attacking for Asusa for 9 turns. It was hilarious. Then they drew a blue source and they won, of course, but it was very funny. Second BM is kind of brutal. If only. If only. Please come back, old Blood Moon rule. Please. I don't think I play this out. So my only out here, it's going to be Coalition Relic into Explosives, I think. Alright, cantrip into cantrip into cantrip. Flashback looting. Well, still no Phoenix is great for me. I guess I do play it out now. Yep. If I find Coalition Relic, I win. I think. Ding 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 ding. I think I'm going to Visions first. I can probably take 7 one time. I want to play around a Braid or Snapcaster and a Braid and or Snapcaster, so I want to get at least one use out of my Coalition Relic. That's why I didn't charge it. Yeah, I don't think they are that unlikely to flip this turn. They have quite a bit of mana, and they already had a looting in the yard. There is one Phoenix. For sure flipping a second one here. No. But they're gonna looting now. Ascension. Bolt me. Okay. Explosives? If only. Okay, what to do here? Here I think I wait for my opponent to bounce their Phoenix and then I path the thing in the ice. They're going to get to activate to get their Ascension. I think I'm gonna lose here, but I guess it's kind of worth playing, I guess. Not really, but I played the T-West before I got the Relic, and as I was saying, we have like multiple cantrips that we want to cast, and we are also I'm also playing around the Braid because charging. I think that charging the Relic is just way too greedy. Yeah, they're just gonna get a. Yeah, at this point. We just took way too long for this. We needed an explosives or something. In fact, maybe I should have cantripped looking for an explosives, because I knew that Fire Monster's Ascension was going to kill me. So maybe that was a mistake, and I should have cast Visions to try and hope to draw. Explosives to play it on 2. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. I can't cast Sakama. Okay, so now they're gonna go off with Metamorphose. I'm just gonna concede here. This is just... Yep, I should have definitely cantripped into trying to find explosives. That was a mistake. I should have realized that I was going to die to this Ascension, and my opponent already had what they needed in order to flip it. So I should have realized that that was the case, and I should have played it out and then popped it on 2. I think I could have won the game if I had done that, because then I have Path to Exile to exile the Phoenix, and then I can try to like draw out of it. That was a punt. That was just a mistake on my part. Okay, Oliver D, thank you for that follow. Okay, let's try this again. I don't think I want Emrakul. I just don't think this can do enough damage to them. Like, the only way is if I cast Emrakul when my opponent already has an Ascension in play, and then I can, like, you know, bolt their face multiple times or deck them or something. Oliver D, thank you for that Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. All right. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. I'm leaning on Sanctum if in case I top deck exactly Serum Visions. What's up, Ariana? Welcome. Look! Just wow. Wow. Look at me playing correctly, huh? I guess we can steerings, huh? Next turn, I cast Asusa. Play land, yeah. Yeah, I guess I can steerings, hoping to find another basic so I don't get Blood Moon out of the game. Alright, nothing in the ice. That's good for me. Bottom 2. Ah, they do have a land. So lucky, opponent. So lucky. So we're gonna play this. We're going to play Asusa, and now I'm gonna play Forest, and then Garrison, floating green mana, and bouncing the Forest. And now we steerings into an Amulet. Sure, it's better than the alternatives. It's not. I mean, Amulet doesn't do anything here, but you know, it's better than the other lands. I was kind of really looking forward to finding another basic there. That I think would have been the best thing for me. Here comes the moon. Here comes the moon. Do 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 do. Here comes the moon. Okay. That's very good for me. Play Amulet. Cast Primeval Titan. And for 1 mana, they can't really have anything. So we're going to do Stronghold. I don't think I Vesuva. I think I simply do this. I guess this doesn't play around Lightning Bolt. They can bolt my Asusa here. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, it's fine. Haste here. Now what am I gonna get here? I can Primal Command. I can Primal Command. Put a land on top. Find Sakama maybe. Or find Rex Sage. Now, find Sakama is better, I think. I kind of like playing Primal Command here. Yeah, I guess getting a basic is also nice. It helps me play around them killing my Titan somehow. Sure, let's get second basic. I can definitely get behind that. And I guess we're gonna bounce GM Stone, sure. And now we're going to put the Spiral of Canal on top, and then we're gonna search for a creature. Put target no creature permanent. Search library for a creature. This is just to like put them behind one land drop. This is not the best Primal Command of all time. They can flip Thing in the Eyes, and in fact, I think I get Rex Sage here, right? Like the only way I'm even remotely close to losing is if my opponent Blood Moons me. So, just by having access to Rex Sage, I don't think I can lose. I already have another Titan if my opponent happens to kill this one somehow. So I like getting Rex Sage there. And now my opponent is much shorter on mana. Oh, nice. I haven't thought about the shuffle interaction. That's hilarious. I guess that is a way to make Drake a tiny dude. I guess the cards in exile still count, but wow. Been streaming for 1 hour and 2 minutes, and we're only two matches in. Was it the Tron matchup that was very long? Because this one is not particularly long. Shop, they thought scour themselves, so the Spire Block Canal was discarded. Cool, so them not attacking means that they're gonna flip the Thing in the Eyes on my turn. What can I do? I can Pact for Sakama. So I'm assuming that my opponent is gonna flip Thing in the Eyes here, right? If they flip Thing in the Eyes, that doesn't really do anything, and they're going to need to tap themselves out in order to flip the Thing in the Eyes. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go to combat. And see what they do. Well, that's the thing. I have Pact, right? So the only way that my opponent could play around Pacting for Sakama would be to have this spell. So that's why I want to move to combat. So if my opponent has a way to flip the Thing in the Eyes, they need to do it. They need to tap themselves out. Shadow WZZ, thank you for the follow. Okay, this kind of tells me that they do not have a way to flip the Thing in the Eyes. Right? Because they are just giving me 2 lands for no reason. Like, you can't block. Yeah, I think my opponent is just confusing how things work. Or they are playing around through the breach. Maybe they are playing around through the reach, which would be kind of hilarious. But yeah, they have basically given me 2 lands for no reason. Don't we want more red sources if they have if we have Sakama? I mean the red ability is the least relevant. The one that deals damage. It's just not particularly relevant, to be honest with you. Can we do everything here? I think for sure we can do everything, right? We can play Azusa, recast Primetime, and Unpacked for Sakama. Oh yes, yes, I definitely wanna use this ability. But yeah, I put a higher premium on being able to cast my Path to Exiles in the early game than I put in in the ability to like cast Sakama. It's this card is I'm not basing my deck around Sakama. Sakama is kind of like a thing that my deck can do that it's hard for my opponent to beat. But that's pretty much it. Crossroads T-West, I think it's gonna be. I can do Crossroads Bog, which also sounds nice. Yeah, let's do Crossroads Bog. I mean, I'm still gonna get another Primetime trigger next turn, so I should have way more than enough mana to do whatever I want. Dogwave, I am trying to figure out whether I'm memeing or this list is actually good, to be honest with you. Okay, let's do the math. Well, Azusa is gonna be plus mana anyway, so this part is easy. Now I have to try to figure out if I can Titan and Sakama. I think I'm gonna be able to, so that's gonna be 2, 4, 6. That's Titan mana. This is gonna net me 4 mana. Yeah, we have way more than enough. Play garrisons. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to try to finish to play this turn and end up with the most amount of lands in play possible, so Sakama gives me the most value. So this is 6 Titan mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 2 more that I'll get from the Titan. Yeah, this game is very, very much over. So let's do T-West and Simic Growth. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Cool. Pact. Dino. Cast Dino. Float red here. This seems like some. Either my opponent is reading or that's some concession lag. Either or. I guess my opponent was reading. Transmute. For I could cast another Titan if I wanted to. Yeah, that sounds like good value. That sounds like very good value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We did, just so everybody knows, Sakama was not good here. I would not count this as being as Sakama being good because we kind of had this game completely wrapped up already. So And here I'm simply going to transmute for explosives and play it on 2, just so my opponent cannot win anymore. Explosives. Cast explosives on 2. My opponent cannot Blood Moon me because I can use the Sakama to kill whatever, to kill the Blood Moon, so we're fine. My opponent would need to go land, Vapor Snag your Sakama, and then Blood Moon me. And that's a way that I lose. Because I would have to pay for 2 pacts. I am not playing around my opponent having those cards, because I don't think they can have those cards. We need the Sakapa image in a good resolution for a meme. I don't know why Twitch is not letting me chat. It's a charm. Yep. Yep. Just yeah. You got it. All right. OP concedes. I guess, yeah, I guess Set Adrift would have maybe done something. I don't think so. Like, they can put Sakama on top, but, and I guess they could have... How much is Set Adrift? Because they can't, like, Set Adrift and Blood Moon me. That's how they win. Set Adrift plus Blood Moon. Only one of them doesn't do it. They need them both. Five-U Delve. Yes. Sakama is just such a... That's like the teamiest card ever. Is there a teamiest card than Sakama? It has, like, it's big, it has 3 heads, it's a 9/9, it has all of this text. I don't think there's a teamiest card than this. How do I find the Grixis Shadow matchup? Terrible. It's very bad. Grixis Shadow is very, very bad. Okay, Ryan Oceros 89, thank you for that follow. Let's see if I can fix stupid command. There we go. I finally figured it out. I just had to, like, reset Twitch, and it fixed itself. It's a lot better with Harlequin. The Shadow matchup, you mean? No, it's just as bad. Don't forget they have TBR, right? Teamwork Battle Rage is very, very good against Harlequin. Well, but Emrakul is just like insane if you get to cheat it into play too. Whereas if you get to cheat Sakama into play, it's just a dumb 9/9, right? I'm just the worst Shadow pilot ever. I don't think that's the case. It's just like, what do you think that how good do you think Shadow is against Tron? Because it's pretty much the same story, right? It's pretty much the same thing. The way that the matchup plays out, it is pretty much the same. You survive the early game and you try to get there, but if your opponent gets to overpower you and you don't have enough disruption and you don't put on a clock quickly enough, then they will kill you. The primetime the Amulet matchup is exactly the same. If you just need to, you know, do your thing as quickly as possible, and if you get there in time, you will kill your opponent. And if you don't, then the Amulet player will overwhelm you. Yeah, I mean, this Disdainful Stroke is a card that that Shadow plays. It would be very nice to draw an Amulet here. It would speed up my clock by 1 turn, which might be the difference between losing and winning. So the best thing I can draw here would be an Amulet, I think. How do you feel about the Phoenix matchup? The Phoenix matchup is actually pretty even. That one I will say that it's pretty even. So they're gonna just play a bunch of 0/0 that turns into 1/1s. Is that the name of the game? At least it's Hangerback Walkers, because Ballistas would be much more troublesome. That's yeah. Speaking of Ballista. Things are kind of spiraling a little bit out of control here. I think I'm not gonna play the Asus, I'm gonna play the Relic instead. I mean, I could also... No, I cannot also play the Asus, never mind. And next turn I can transmute for EE on 0. Another Ballista? God damn. One, two, three, four, five, six. Potentially up to 7 mana. 8 on my turn. I think I'm gonna need to slow things down a little bit by transmuting for explosives. But I'm 16-5 against your Shadow and MTGO. Sample size is small, so that data is probably biased. Yeah. I personally think that the Shadow matchup is very bad. If you look at the first match that I played in the playoffs, that pretty much sums up my experience in the Shadow matchup. Okay, let's say I transmute for EE here on 0 and I crack it. My opponent is most likely going to make this guy survive. And then I can set up Titan for the following turn. They're going to get 3, 4, 5 Thopters and the 3/3 Ballista. So that's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Plus 1, 15. So I should survive at 1. In theory. It might be worse than that. I did put a counter on the relic. Yeah, so they're gonna ping for 1. They're gonna get a bunch of Thopters. But this should not be 15. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I should go down to 1 at most. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can't get Sakama. And Sakama doesn't get me anywhere anyway. Second explosives would save me. I don't think I would have enough mana for second explosives anyway. I guess I could naturally draw it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can haste the Titan, which doesn't get me anywhere. Just tied to the stupid Thopters. Alright. We are dead. Bring this in, bring this in. Rex Ace for sure, Ghost Quarter for sure. Bog out, Cavern out. Negation out, Scouts out. How is cracking under a turn saving me? I guess it gives me 1 more turn, but it puts more Thopters in place, so it's the same thing. It's still a 2-turn clock. B Temple. It's still a 2-turn clock because they would have 2 extra Thop. I guess I can crack in response to them sucking something. I don't think I'm surviving that anyway. But yeah, it's worth considering actually. I guess I'm gonna take out 1 pact. It's pretty bad in the face of 4 Damping Sphere. I feel the thing with Shadow is that its threat is impossible for us to beat the nutty double sis into double threat plus stub, but we can pretty much every average fair-ish draw. They really need to have a perfect balance between threats and disruption to really stump us. Which they often do, in my experience. What's up, Markin? This hand is very slow. This hand is cool, okay. I don't think I want this. More interested in finding A, a threat, or B, an amulet. Or some ramp. There is ramp. I guess I want that. It is, I think it's bad Pionium, but I think Kanister is very good. So since Kanister says that Sakama is okay, then I am willing to give it another shot. Okay. Do we want second path? Do we want second path? I feel like I do want Serum Visions. I probably want second path as well. What's the argument for 3 versus 4 forests? I want to play the max amount of basics possible because of Assassin's Trophy, Field of Ruin, Blood Moon, etc. etc. But in this version of the deck, I'm playing Serum Visions, so I need access to blue mana. And that's the reason why we're playing Botanical Sanctum. This guy's OP. Alright, that's cool. We're going to Serum. I don't think I want that. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I don't have enough lands, so I'm gonna bottom both of this. I need to find the Titan here. Timo Tages, thank you for the follow. Look at this lack of synergy right here. Look at this lack of synergy right here. I guess I'm gonna path here. If they try to do something dumb. Okay. I didn't do anything. Whoops. I definitely wish I had an F6 there. Definitely wish I had an F6. Because I could have gotten a nice little 2-for-1. That is a very costly. What the? Why is? I was an F6. What happened there? Well, that is really frustrating. Yeah. Damn it! I lost this game to that F6. I could have pathed the Mimic in response to the Ballista. Ballista comes into play as a 0/0 and dies. Ugh. That's so fucking frustrating. That's a really bad mistake. That's a really, really bad mistake. Sergio, yes, the mana base is better green, but I like Serum Visions better as a card than I like Steerings. That's pretty much the explanation. Prime time. Or Gemstone Mine, sure. Pretty much the same thing. Basically the same card. Basically the same card. Green, 2. Replay Crossroads. Man, we really dug this game. We really dug a lot. We bought a lot of non-Primeval Titan cards, yet somehow we're not able to find Primeval Titan. And my opponent just keeps naturally drawing gas. Pretty ridiculous. Pretty ridiculous. ping. Ping twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I mean, we can draw Sakama. For what it's worth. Is my opponent gonna go all in? I guess I'm just gonna do F6 to yield to that. Is Serum Tap loot sources enough to cast Serum Visions on turn 1? Should we draw it? We don't necessarily want to cast Serum Visions on turn 1. This is just lethal here, right? They just sack this, put it here, and just make a ton of damage. Yeah, I am dead here. I can't win. That F6 cost everything. That F6 cost the game right there. That's really, really annoying. Yeah, I'm just dead. Okay. I was not surviving anyway, but yeah, Scales matchup is very bad. The punts didn't help, but yeah. I've been testing to scry, they work great. Yeah, I'm testing the untap lands because I want to. Usually, basically you have enough tapped sources, and you want to have access to untapped sources so you can, you know, whenever you draw the land, just play it out and cast it. Otherwise, it's going to be just too many tap sources, which can be troublesome. As far as the Dino, it has been subpar. We only cast it once and it won the game, but everything would have won the game, and that's pretty much how I feel about Sakama. Whenever you cast it, any other card in your deck basically wins the game. No, they can't, because the Graft is a triggered ability, so the Ballista would die before the Graft trigger resolve. They were not going to sack King Cantona. They were just going to like deal me 7 with the Ravager plus 1 plus 2. So it was just gonna be the same thing. Like I was dead regardless. Assuming Sakama isn't a factor, when is Path better than Push right now? Against Shadow and what else? Against Phoenix? Against Dredge? Although I don't bring in Path against Dredge. Against Shadow. Against Hollow One. Against Primeval Titan in the mirror match. Am I gonna keep this hand? I don't think I'm gonna keep this hand, am I? Who am I kidding? I am going to keep this hand. We got an Amulet and we got lands. We are missing a Titan, which is right there. Sweet. Ugh. 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 Look at this. Just look at this. I hate this card so much. Imagine if these were unengineered explosives. Imagine if I were playing an engineered explosive instead of an uncastable 9 mana Dino. How would we like my current situation if these were an engineered explosives instead of this piece of crap? Main deck Harlequin is great. They're gonna kill their own guy to destroy my pact forever? No, just nothing. Well, I guess we did draw the explosives anyway, huh? Ghost Quarter. Displacer. Yeah, okay, we're gonna crack this now. Sure. Ghost Quarter your land for no reason. Sounds good. Okay. Alright, OP, what do you got? Flicker Wisp. Your land, you got it. Okay, so my opponent's holding up Path to Exile. One, two, three, four, five. I think I'm gonna play around Path. Prime time. Cast. Trigger. Am I going to play around Path? I don't think I'm playing around Path. 3, 6, 9. I'm gonna go down to 2. Yeah, this is fine. If they have Path, they have Path. Which they probably do. They do. Okay. So I'm going to pay for Pact 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Guess I'm gonna die to the medium beats. Again, if this were another explosives, we would win this game easily. But Dino is 8 fucking mana. Sure. That's a fine play on my opponent's side. We're dead. Yep. Yeah, that's a good play to blink my Amulet there. It was one of the few ways that I could have gotten back in there. Damn, we're sideboarding a lot of cards in this matchup. I don't even know if I want the Dino, honestly. Do I want the Dino? Do I want the Dino? Oh, I definitely want Tragic Arrogance. Mishra's Masterpiece, it's going well so far. We're playing it's a fun list. I'm just like every time I see this Dino in my hand, I just die inside a little bit. I will keep saying that this card is terrible because it has been nothing but terrible every single time that I've had it. My opponent is in mana denial deck. Just having a 9 mana card doesn't seem very good for me. Take out 1 Amulet. We can take out probably some cantrips. since we're gonna be adding a lot of interaction for the early game. Scout seems better than a Sousa, unless my opponent's playing Fatal Push, which maybe they are. They show me Path, so that part we know, but I guess I do need to play Dino because we don't have access to Walking Ballista. Yikes. Nah, there's no way. Fuck the Dino. I doubt that my opponent's playing Surgical and bringing it in against me. Let's do a split like that. Yeah, but I still want like a critical... I really need to find all my lands, right? So this hand is fine. Tron Vial. Yep. When that deck does that, it's so much better. This draw is insane, by the way. We're going to bottom the steering, stop the Azusa, play Crossroads, pass the turn. And it's also, that Azusa is also protected on top of her deck, instead of... Like, this color is basically forced to take the Rex Sage here. Yep. Which means I can safely Azusa. And I guess I'm going to Vesuva, copy in Simic, bounce the basic forest. Alright, my opponent needs to have something now. No blocks. So many scholars. Holy crap. You're kidding me that they have a third scholar. This is fucking absurd. Alright, I mean, Transmute for Explosives wins the game on the spot, so there's that. So let's Transmute for EE real quick. Let's draw a Bounce Land. That would be that would be a solid Explosives, I guess. Yield Anti-Dent Step. Maybe they will Wisp, like my Bounce Land or something. Ooh, that one is scary. That one is real scary. Okay. Blank. Feels real bad, man. It feels real bad, like my opponent overextended grossly. A Bounce Land wins the game. So many things win the game right now. My opponent overextended grossly, and they are not gonna go punished. Seen the deck before, but I have watching stream most of the day, and this is probably the 10th or so time I have seen the deck today. What do you mean, Con and Hawk? Oh, the Black White Eldrazi. Oh, I don't think so. It's just people love this deck for whatever reason. People really love this deck for whatever reason. That's hilarious. My opponent cannot attack with the Scholars because otherwise I just give it +2/+0. That's really funny. Bounce Land. Oh my god. Please. 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 Stop representing path. You don't have path. You would have used it already to swing and put me on a 2-turn clock, so don't give me this path nonsense, because you don't have it. Okay, now what? Wisp the Azusa away. Is this lethal? 3, 7. Yeah, that's 13. That's lethal. Yep. Path to Exiles win this game. Path wins this game. I have 4 of those. Oh, Tragic Arrogance. Can you imagine how good Tragic Arrogance would have been there? Leave you with this color. Destroy everything else in your board. I had 4 Path, Tragic Arrogance, 2 Explosives. That's 10 prime times? No, 9 prime times, because I have the Pact and I have the Tularia West. Yep. That one really stings, because I felt very favored there. I feel like most of my deck was a good draw there, yet somehow we whiffed. Yeah, man, we just whiffed. Any bounce line would have won there too. So we're already on a mull to 6. Is this mull to 6 good enough? I think it is pretty good. So we're gonna keep this mull to 6. And I am not gonna play this card anymore. I am done. I am done with this card. I tried it. I gave it a chance. I respect Kanister a lot. I think Kanister is one of the best Magic players ever. And I respect him saying that Sakama is a good card. I am just not going to play with this card anymore, because it's hurting me. Every time I draw the card, it's terrible. It's so bad. And there's not been a single situation so far in 3 leagues where I packed it for it and I won the game because of it, and it's never been a situation where it was like the only out to anything, or it took me out of a situation where it was just so much more a dead draw than it was a good draw. So I am done. I am done. No more Sakama for me. I guess I can leave the Pact on top, since I'm going to be able to cantrip again here. Yeah, you're laughing about this, Primeval Titan, but that's a very real situation actually. The fact that in a situation like this, if we were mulliganing, we could put it back. It's actually a big boost to the card, and this card becomes so much better with the London Mulligan. So I'm not going to be able to Titan next turn, so maybe I want to leave the Serum Visions on top as well. I feel like I'm trying to naturally draw the Titan though. I feel like I do want to have access to the Pact of Negation though. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Bottom, top. Play Simic. Bounce, replay. Serum Visions. Nice. So now we did draw the Amulet. So next turn we can Titan. If my opponent doesn't have turn 3 Karn again. Yeah, dude, I took one for the team. I took one for the team. I swallowed my pride, and I play the stupid dino, and it's done nothing but disappoint me. So I feel like I paid my dues. I feel like I did what I had to do. And now I can finally And finally, rest. Here we're going to haste. Of course, we have a green pack to pay for. Actually, I can pay for blue pack too. That is nice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I can pay for blue pact as well. That's awesome. Because I have the scout, and in response to the trigger, I can cast Coalition Relic as well. But if I bounce this, in which case I won't be able to pay for pact, yeah, okay, it's better for me to bounce this and be able to pay for blue pact on my upkeep. Alright. Looking good. We're looking good here. We are looking quite good. Sweet. Awesome, because the sideboard games are much better than the main deck games against Tron. Emrakul, explosives out, Sakama out, commands, Rex Sage and Excavator. We don't want Cavern. How do we sideboard here? We sided out one relic. It's so weird sideboarding like with a new list. Sideboarding like in the moment seems it's pretty challenging. Let's do something like this. Alright, let's get that 3-2. And never play this stupid dino ever again. What do we play in place of Sakama though? What do we play in place of Sakama? Maybe second main deck explosives? Sakama could hit planes at least? What do you mean? Yeah, I guess what we can do is we can put the second explosives in the main, and we can play the explosive the queen in the sideboard, or main deck queen. That's also an option. I feel like queen doesn't win the game as much as Sakama does when you need her. So in that sense, it might be, but still, feels so bad. Like, I am not crazy, right? Like, every time I drew Sakama, it was just bad. Was there any situation that I faced today that I missed, and then like, oh, maybe Sakama would have been good here, or anything like that? But even in that last match, I couldn't have casted. So, and Titan would have been better. Sneep. This looks like a Sneep to me. What my favorite mate brand? Mate is always on topic, my friend. My personal favorite is one that's called Union. It's spelled like union. So this. And that is my personal favorite. I also like Tarawi a lot. It's Tarawi, but we like the two dots over the U, which I don't know how to do in this with this keyboard, but yeah, That U with the dots on top. All right, so there's the tower. Dismember, yeah. Huh. Wow, this is very interesting here. I think I'm gonna be double cantripping. No, I think I'm gonna be playing Scout and playing a cantrip, but or am I? What if I do Scout plus Amulet, and if I spike a bounce land, I can cast a Titan next turn? This is a very interesting situation. This is a very tricky, like, what's the play kind of situation. Oh, Ariana, you have for sure seen me drink mate. Is that little thing, the little cup with the straw that I drink all the time on stream? It's kind of like the coffee of Argentina, to put it somehow. Yeah, I think I'm going to. I think I'm for sure playing Scout, and then I'm playing Amulet. It might be better to Serum Visions, but I think I'm gonna be playing Amulet because if my opponent doesn't answer my board, and I manage to find a bounce land off the top, any bounce land does it, I can Titan. So I think it's worth going like this. All right, didn't work, but still, I think it was worth trying out. It's Botanical Sanctum. I feel like I need the land more than I need the Emrakul. Serum Visions, that's the bounce land that I need. Gonna cantrip again. There's the bounce land, and hopefully they have Ugin. Ugin would be best case scenario for me. I think I bottom both. Alright. Don't have Outstone, bro. Oh, TKS. I can beat one of this. I can't beat two of these. If they have double TKS, I'm gonna be very sad. Okay, sweet. So I think we kind of win here. Unless they have Star or Sphere into Nature's Claim. That's the only out. That's their only out. Just want to point out how good. Just want to point out how good Serum Visions was this game. Just want to point that out. Do I sacrifice both gemstones here? Oh, I can force a chomp. Ghost Squatter in my opponent seems way better than forcing a chomp. Yeah. So I can get Ghost Squatter plus Stronghold. Then on attack, get Vesuva, copy GQ. Yeah, that seems way better actually. So we're gonna do that. Bounce this. GQ plus Stronghold here. GQ plus Stronghold. Activate. Scout. Haste Primetime. Bounce the Garrison, sure. Attack. Yes. We're going to get Vesuva plus T-West. Sure. Vesuva copy Ghost Squatter. We serve. And now draw step, we double GQ. To ensure that my opponent has no good draws. Yep. Serum Visions has been very, 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 very good for me. And there's no way that for 5 mana they have access to an answer to this prime time, so... Maybe they have Tusk? I don't think that Tusk should be in their deck, so that's the thing. I don't think they have Tusk. There's Power Plant. They do have Tusk. Alright. Alright. This card should not be in my opponent's deck right now. We drew another Titan, so nothing really matters. And nothing else matters. Alright. Yeah, my opponent went with the classic Fetch Ghost Squatter to not die and then cast Thragtusk so I can die. Classic. Let's get this out of my deck right now. feel like a weight was lifted from my shoulders. Feel like a weight was lifted from my shoulders. Maybe something like this. A Klepatskiv, no. Hay solo una mujer que es linda en esa pelea. Y la mujer que es linda es la que acaba de ganar, así que no te hagas problema. Que no duela. Maybe something like this is what I will try out next time. Yeah, it was it was Will's idea, Will Pulliam's idea. I am not the biggest fan, to be honest with you. I have not experienced that card to be that great. Granted, it might be because I was only playing the one, so I didn't enjoy it enough. But I'm just trying it out because it was his suggestion. I think the commands are hard, expensive nonsense. I mean, I think they're particular. Again, last time I showed a match where I won exclusively because of Primal Command, and I don't think there was any other card that would have got me there. And that was against Dredge, where the shuffle the deck. The shuffle the graveyard plus the gain 7 was good enough for me to stabilize in a board that no other card would have stabilized. So it has, when it's good, it's very, very good, and there are a lot of matchups where it's good. So there are a lot of situations where it's very, very good. Like even against like the stupid Death and Taxes, the Eldrazi and Taxes deck that we just played. If my opponent hadn't taken it, it would have been very good. Though, like, Explosives would have been also very good in that matchup, but whatever. Don't you miss Walkie B? Yes and no. Yes and no, basically. I think that Walking Ballista is excellent in a couple of matchups. It's like your only shot against something like Infect. It's just very, very good against stuff like humans, particularly spirits and stuff like that. But I have not been missing it, awkwardly enough. It's just like the way that the current meta is. Ballista is terrible against Phoenix, Ballista is terrible against Dredge, Ballista is terrible against Tron. There's just a lot of Ballista is terrible against for my taste. So I don't think I would have taken out Ballista. But since other people did it, and now I'm trying it out, and I'm not particularly unhappy with having taken out Ballista. If you follow what I'm trying to say there. But yeah. All right, that's gonna be it for me. I will be back tomorrow. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the subscribes. We will keep experimenting with Amulet, but that's gonna be not tomorrow, because tomorrow we have a donation list. Yep. Yep. Believe it or not, one faithful viewer, Cameron, decided to. They donated to the stream to help support the stream, and they wanted to see some Enduring Ideal played on stream. I don't know what to tell you guys, but this is what we're gonna be doing tomorrow. I am very, very, very intrigued to see how this deck plays out. I don't have high expectations, but I am very, very ready to be surprised. I feel like this matchup, this deck is pretty insane in the current meta, honestly. Like Rune Halo naming Phoenix, for example, is gonna save you a lot of life. Solemnity Unlife it's an infinite, basically you become unkillable, so that's cool. Ghostly Prison, I personally think is in a very good spot right now in the modern meta. It's insane against humans. D-Sax, thank you for the follow. It's very good against humans, spirits, all of those like go wide strategies, Dredge. Basically Ghostly Prison plus Leyline should be very good against Dredge. Same thing with Sphere of Safety. Like a lot of decks just cannot beat these stupid cards. So we're gonna try this out tomorrow. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I have no idea about this deck. We're just going to experiment live, okay? So I'm going to make like a ton of mistakes and all that stuff. This is the list. This is a list that I think went. I don't want to lie, but I think it went 12-3 at GPLA. So it actually did very, very well. And it was actually shown on the stream. I remember seeing the deck played on the stream, so it showed up there, and it's just an extremely weird and clunky deck, but maybe somehow it works. I'm looking forward to trying it out, and that's gonna be tomorrow. I think I'll probably start with this, and maybe if we have more time. The thing is, I expect the games with this deck to be extremely long, but if we finish quickly, then I might move on to some more Amulet. But if we don't have time, then this is gonna be tomorrow's stream. So if anybody wants to, check it out, we're gonna be doing that tomorrow. Probably, most likely maybe I will be able to go back to my regular time at 11 a.m. But yeah, all right. So thanks everyone for hanging out. If you haven't hit that follow button, make sure you do so. If you want to subscribe to the stream and help support the stream, you can do that with that link over there. You can get these awesome emotes, both the Sakapa and the Primetime emote as well. If you want to join the Amulet Discord, you can do so with that link over there. If you want to check out previous streams, that is my YouTube channel. You can find all my previous streams over there. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I always post the decks that I'm going to be playing, and whenever I'm going live, you can find me over there. And finally, if you want, just like Cameron who donated to see this deck, if there's any decks that you would like to see played on stream, you can make a donation, or simply if you want to support the stream, if you want to make a donation because you really enjoy the content, you can do so right there. Also for donators, if you would like access to my sideboard guide, of course. If you don't want to sub but you want to donate, I will of course give you access to my sideboard guide as well. Okay, let's see who we can host. All right, let's go host Susurrus. Susurrus is great. All right, see you everybody in Susurrus's stream. Have an amazing rest of your days, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.